Indeed.
Yes. Indeed.
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the Circle is well on its way to recovery. Orzammar, indeed. You have piqued my curiosity. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries. Fascinating. I suppose the Circle should be flattered. I see. If she is willing to sacrifice so much for this, then we should feel honored. Tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be easy. But if she chooses it, then she is welcome here at the Circle. She will live and study with the Tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices, when it is appropriate. If only the Circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives. This will be interesting. She could tell us much about our dwarven neighbors. Yes, the more I think about it, the more I like the idea. I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the Circle. Thank you. I wish you well. Know you will always be welcome here.
You really killed all those abominations? I didn't think it was possible. I thought we'd all die here. I'm sure you need supplies after that, don't you?
My men have scouted the tower. It's a mess, but the abominations are gone. You are very thorough. I'm impressed. I shan't keep you then. Farewell.
I don't know if I have the strength for another big battle.
I dread to think of what might have become of us if you
I think
hadn't
we'll
come
be all
along.
right now, thanks to you. The children are already a lot
sword and
calmer.
deliver me that I might find the Maker again.
When you've rested enough, we need to get these out of the tower before they get fragrant.
Touching those abominations. It's wrong.
Someone has to do it.
Why do we have to take them across the lake to burn? There.
Ask me anything.
You must be vastly relieved, Wynne.
Relieved? I do not understand what you mean.
Most? Your age would spend much of their time preoccupied one. Wondering when they might perish, yet you already know.
Eavesdropping is not considered very...
A fortunate...
Concentrate, like we practiced. Now, fire!
It's done.
I shall do so. Immediately.
I'm taking these apprentices to Redcliffe. The first enchanter says you need every able-bodied mage for the war. They're young, but capable enough, as you saw.
Let's get started. Right.
Hello, how can I... It's you! And it's been, well, quite a while. Enough time to get to the circle and back, I hope. Oh, please tell me what they said. Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the circle since Urelden in the 13th century. I need to pack. No, my parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books? Tuition? Then I should go before my parents come looking for me. If you ever go to the circle again, maybe I'll see you there.
Wish.
A Trust Valar, stranger. Here for armor or conversation? Of course. Keep in mind we also take items on trade.
Like to buy something, I hope. I want that surface wealth coming back to us, Balin's ascension willing.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
You... get out of here. This is private business. Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. These are dangerous times in Orzammar, stranger. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. You're wearing some fancy stuff there. Might make you a target. So if you want the Carta's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say what might happen. Are you going to make your donation to the Stranger Safety Fund? Or do I have to show you how dangerous Orzammar is? Whatever you say, lady.
I said...
You never had
What
a
have you
chance.
done? Great ancestors, he's dead! In my store. I have to get out of here. I have to hide. Jarvia will hunt me down for this. I've never met her, of course. They say she never leaves Dusttown. That's the older area of the city where the casteless congregate. She's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endron died, they're getting bolder. I wouldn't be surprised if her men come after me in the Diamond Quarter itself. A band of casteless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime in Orzammar these days. They're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable. Their births are abominations. They were born from no Kalna, with no acknowledgement by the Shapers. They are destined to be criminals. Actually, we shouldn't be talking here. I need to run.
Right.
Raise your voice in support of Lord Harrowmont. News of the hour. Does Lord Harrowmont think that Orzammar can hold off the dwarves forever?
Lady Dace just came through the quarter on a tear. She's telling everyone who'll listen what a leech and a liar Harrowmont is. Good job. So you were serious about wanting to help us. Are you ready to meet Balin now? I warn you, be on your best behavior, and keep your weapons sheathed.
I am impressed, Warden. Not many outsiders so quickly grasp Orzammar's rather convoluted politics. I am Prince Balin. Fartag told me of your efforts against the usurper who tried to claim my father's throne. My father lost 2 sons when one turned against the other. He was mad with grief, and Harrowmont did all he could to drive him over the edge. I was his only living child, and Harrowmont barred me from him. I had to tell him goodbye by common messenger. Who's to say what my father said in his final hours, when the usurper Harrowmont was the only one by his side? If you believe that, why are you here? You need help, and after what you did to him, Harrowmont won't give it. And I don't believe you'd risk your alliance just to find out about my brother. You may not like me, and I'm fine with that. This is a time for action, not cultured debate. We need absolute unity to fight against the fulcrum of true evil. Absolutely. And sworn on the mail of my ancestors, as soon as Orzammar is united under my rule. Unfortunately, while this debate rages, I have no power to send the troops you need. You've seen for yourself, the city is a slaughterhouse. Criminals run lawless. I could never hold the throne if I allowed such chaos. You have struck a blow against Harrowmont already, and I thank you for that. But there is another faction in play here. Have you heard of a woman named Jarvia and the Carta of Criminals she runs? They know Orzammar is divided now and has no time for them. It's made them bold. If I show the city I can eliminate such a threat, well, let's just say my position would be stronger. Your eagerness is charming. If you can do as you say, you will have the troops you need the moment I take the throne. Unfortunately, I have little information on Jarvia. Her base of power is in Dust Town, the lowest part of the city, and my men have few sources there. Maybe the castless will talk more freely with a stranger. And I will wait eagerly for your return.
Right. On it. On it. This should be easy enough. Right.
Lord Harrowmont, furious at the Grey Wardens. Grey Wardens endorse anarchy in Orzammar.
On it.
Raylan has corrupted the Warden, and this for Harrowmont.
Next!
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say? Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
This should be easy enough. On it. As you wish.
I didn't do it, sir. I swear. Keep asking questions like that and you'll get dragged in soon enough. I didn't do it, sir. I swear. What are you trying to do, kill me?
Spare a coin? 2 bits for the needy?
Keep asking questions like that, and you'll get dragged in soon enough.
Spare a coin? 2 bits for the needy?
No questions. I don't know anything. I never seen them.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get in your way. No! Don't make me go back there! Don't let them get me again! I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get in your way. Stay away from me. I don't know nothing about it.
Shine your shoes. Shine your shoes.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell. Enough to know she don't fancy strangers asking questions. Her base goes everywhere in Orzammar. You cross her or even talk bad, your bones end up in the lava. Could be, if 30 silver came my way, I might know a bit. Only Jarvia's men knew all the entrances to her base. But I tell you, I've watched them. They go up to what look like bare walls, and poof! Gone! Like there's a secret door. There's one just across the way. Watch long enough, and you'll see. Now you want to buy something, or are we done? Of course. You're back. You got more business for me? You're back. You got more business for me? Of course. You're back. You got more business for me? Of course. You're back. You got more business for me? Of course.
On it.
No one, no one, don't look at me!
Hey there, stranger. 6 bits for a tumble, 2 silvers if you all want to go at once. It's everywhere. That's the problem. There's nowhere she can't see you. Hey there, stranger. 6 bits for a tumble. I weren't talking to you. Hear me? We weren't talking.
Well, if it isn't my new best friend. You make it to the tower yet?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get in your way. No!
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside? My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky. Yes. When my doll left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh? Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
I didn't do it, sir. I swear. Keep asking.
Well, look at that. It's not often old Nadezhda sees a fine-dressed stranger here in Dust Town. Help a poor cripple. You're as kind as you are beautiful. I owe you when I get back on my feet. If my feet still worked. It takes a stranger to notice how bad things are, huh? No dwarf would lift a sodding finger. Excuse my language. What takes you out of the Diamond Quarters, stranger? You got a vice you're looking for old Nadezhda to fill? Know her. I used to run with her. Jarvia took over the Carta not more than a year ago, and already she's got every duster with both legs bearing swords for her. I'm not in the good anymore, and Jarvia's gotten real careful lately. Real paranoid. She's got Carta members all carrying these fingerbone tokens. She scratches some mark into them, so she'll know they came from her. There's doors to her base all over the city, but only one is ever open at a time. And if you show up without a token, you'd never know it was there. Can't help you there, Selrocka. The Carta members keep them real tight. But that's worth something, right? Maybe just a little. I'll think of you when I go to bed with a full stomach.
Well, look what we have here.
Jarvia said you were looking for trouble. Congratulations. You found it.
Enemies approaching.
Don't kill me! Sorry ancestors! What do they teach you on the surface? You fight like a bleeding archdemon. Sweet bloody stone, look at them all!
The base is below the city. You can get to it through the wall of the third house on this row. Put this token through the slot, and it'll open. Well, will you let me go now?
Really? Oh, thank you. You're a good person. How do they say it? The ancestors have shown their favor. Bless you.
Let's get started.
What's the password? Looks like we have a martyr, boys.
Run while you can!
Next! Right. Right.
Blast!
Trap! On it.
Only one can stand!
Well?
This should be easy enough.
I await your command.
On it.
Show me what you got! On your mark!
Defend yourself!
Let's get started. This should be easy enough. Right. This should be easy enough. On it. Enemies approaching. As you wish. Right. Let's get started. Trap! Come now, defend yourself! Trap! On it. Trap!
Let me out. I see you bear no love for Jarvia. Please, help me.
I await your command.
Please, stranger. Let me out.
This should be easy enough.
We've been down here. It's been so long.
I have heard much about the halls of the Dwarven Kings, but the stories do it no justice. It is so strange, harsh, yet beautiful. And have you seen those tiny pig-like burrowing animals? They are adorable. I wish I could have one as a pet. But they must be hard to catch and... Oh, just ignore me. I'm so silly sometimes. Let's just go.
My friend didn't make it. Just stopped eating one day, all for a stupid bet.
On it. Enemies are pushing.
Too easy.
Trap! Trap!
Right ahead.
You stole our hand!
On it. We are victorious. Right. As you wish. On it.
Far too old. Try not to look too incompetent.
This should be easy
It's
enough.
embarrassing.
Let's get started. Right. As you wish. Warden sent us to you. Show me what you've got! On it.
Now we get our hands dirty.
Make a reserve!
I cannot be defeated.
Let's get started. This should be easy enough. On it. As you wish.
So Balin finally realized his throne means nothing if he can't hold it, yet he still doesn't bother to send his own men. Well, you picked the wrong side, stranger. It doesn't matter who's king, as long as there's a queen. Hardly convincing when your blades are covered in my men's blood. Kill them! But leave the pretty one alive. I have plans for her.
I sense...
I'm going to wear your pretty teeth out.
As you wish. Trap! Trap! Trap!
God! By all the beards of my ancestors! How did you... Where did you come from? You made a hole in my wall! No! I don't have anything to do with them! They're criminals! When they built this part of the city, they must have built over some tunnels. I swear I had no idea. Oh, just leave me alone. I don't want anything to do with this. And if anyone comes asking, I'm gonna tell them you did it!
Let's get started. As you wish.
Like to buy something, I hope. I want that surface... Back to buy something, I hope. I want that surface wealth coming back to us, Balin.
Orzammar questions Lord Balin's ability. Lord Harrowmont, furious at the Great Warden's...
On it.
Well, you've simply outdone yourself. They're talking all over the city about how someone finally went through Dusttown and slaughtered the Carta like Genlocks. It's a little late to trouble yourself now. You have done the city a great service. I promise as soon as I take the throne, I will send the troops you need. I was hoping you'd say that. Killing Jarvia brought me greater favor. But to truly displace Harrowmont, we'll need something dramatic enough to end the debate forever. What do you know of the Paragon Branka? Two years ago, she heard of something the Ancients created. It inspired her to leave everything behind and venture into the deep roads. She is the only Paragon in 4 generations, and she turned her back on her responsibilities. A Paragon is like an ancestor born in this time. If she returned, her vote would outweigh the entire assembly. Anyone with her support could take the throne unchallenged. I hope you will bring her back to endorse me as king. She had an entire house with her, dedicated to her protection. With the number of ruins still intact, they could last for a long time. And Harrowmont is looking as well. It's too risky to assume she's dead only to have him take credit for finding her. You must enter the deep roads through the mines. To protect the city, that's the only path we leave open. Caridin's Cross lies many miles deep into the tunnels. It was once a main thoroughfare, but before Branka, no one had stepped foot there in generations. I was hoping you could use your legendary charm to persuade her that the rightful king should take the throne. However, if the deep roads have addled her wits, it might be best she not return before the kingship is decided. I would never say that. She is a Paragon. It is my duty to protect her. On the other hand, we must respect her decisions. Should she prefer to stay in the deep roads rather than help her rightful king take the throne, we must assist her. by any means necessary. I did not know her personally. 2 years ago, I was still considered a child, not one to consort with Orzamar's finest. From what I hear, her intellect was unrivaled, but the social graces were beneath the notice of one so gifted. You have my thanks. Seek her in Caridin's Cross. I will try to delay the vote until you return.
Grey Wardens present in Orzammar. News of the hour. Lord Balin unable to...
On it.
I imagine you have already composed a suitable
Lord,
ballad.
destroy... With Balin, we can't allow it!
Why would I do that?
I hear there are all kinds of rules that govern the proving. They get very
The
hard.
proving will begin shortly. I'm sure you can find a place in the stands. Or were you here to take part in the fight? Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed? I'll just call you Grey Warden, since those elven names are such a mouthful. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start? That's what I like to hear. I will warn you, though. This is your last chance to make preparations or meet the competition. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the ancestors' disfavor. Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring. Go down to the ring, then. I'll be right there. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Siwern of the Warrior Caste. Many of you remember when Siwern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as champion for the Royal Prince Balin against a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Aeducan and our future King Balin.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Enemies approaching. Right.
The winner is the Grey Warden! That was an exciting start, Warden. Soern is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent! Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. The Grey Warden will face the notorious duo, the warrior caste Twin Terrors, now fighting as champions for Prince Balin, Miaja and Lukejan.
May the stone honor
When you fall.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
This should be easy enough.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Well, that was an exciting bout. 2 on 1, and you took them both easily. Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent! Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. So far, the Grey Warden has won the field, but victory is far from assured. Next to challenge that perfect record is Expeditionary Captain Roshan. Will he find Valos Atreides and defeat the Grey Warden?
It does me great honor to face you, Warden.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Let's get started.
You honor me with this.
The winner is the Grey Warden! Better and better, Warden. I never would have guessed you could triumph over Captain Roshan. Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent! Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. This round is paired combat. Just as Kiatchet fought as King Bloodlik II defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second. Grey Warden, choose your second, for now you face Lord Davianic Volney and Oliniv. Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight!
This should be easy enough.
The winner is the Grey Warden! I congratulate you, Warden. Once again, you show that no 2 mere warriors can hope to best you. Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent! Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. Only 2 warriors remain. Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Eoten Iduken has led his team to triumph over every unit so far. Challenging him, the Grey Warden came from nowhere, cutting a swath through Orzammar's finest warriors. Each will lead a full unit of 4 soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
You fight well. It will be a pleasure seeing you fall.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight! The winner is the Grey Warden! Congratulations! You defeated the man Prince Trian himself once called the Horns of my army. Do you deny this Grey Warden has earned the championship? Then I am pleased to announce the Grey Warden as the winner of this memorial proving, the favorite of the ancestors. The ancestors have spoken.
It is done.
That was an excellent showing. We were honored.
This should be easy enough.
It must have been very difficult for you and your mother, Morrigan, to live always hiding from the Chantry and its hunters.
Your pitying tone is as unwelcome as it is unnecessary, old woman. There was nothing difficult about our lives in the slightest.
But surely you must have drawn notice from time to time. No matter how powerful you claim to be, you would not wish the full attention of the Chantry.
Hunters did come into the wilds from time to time. They did not leave.
And the interest of the Chantry was never aroused. I find that difficult to believe.
I imagine you find many things difficult to believe. Your own preference for the leash you wear, for instance.
There are good reasons for the world to fear mages, even despite our best intentions.
Your best intentions, perhaps. Their fear concerns me not at all.
So, you were serious before when you said you wanted to help Branka, huh? I'm Oghren. I don't know if you remember. People seem to forget me these days. Or ignore. I forget which. Not everyone hates me, you know. There's enough people who know I'm interested. They make sure I hear if anyone's looking for her. They say Balin's given up on his scouts and is sending you. But they haven't found Branka herself. And that means whatever they've got, it's not enough if you don't know what she was looking for. If we pool our knowledge, we stand a chance of finding Branka. Otherwise, good sodding luck. It's the Deep Roads. I'll kill Darkspawn. Outside of that, what difference does it make? Branka was a brilliant girl, but half the time she'd add 2 and 2 and make it 50. You want to find her, you need someone who knows how she thinks. I'm not some sodding elf maiden who sits around and waits for a passing hero to solve my problems. I'm a bloody warrior. I mean to get her back. And you wouldn't be down here if you weren't trying for the same thing. Branka was looking for the Anvil of the Void. Might have been the most important invention in Orzamar's history. The smith Caridin built it. And with it, Orzammar had 100 years of peace, while it was protected by the golems forged on the Anvil. As far as anyone knows, the Anvil was built in the old Orton Taig. Branka planned to start looking there, if she could ever find it. All she knew was that it was past Caridin's Cross. No one's seen that Taig for 500 years. If we're going, let's get moving. Branka's not gonna sodding find herself.
Blast and damnation!
Of all the...
Yes.
As you wish.
Carrigan's Cross. I can't believe Balin actually tracked this place down. This used to be one of the biggest crossroads in the old Empire. You could get anywhere from here, including Orton Tig. Aye. Branka dug up some maps of the ancient Empire. It's a little tough to tell with so much of it collapsed now. But near as I can figure, we're on the right path to Orton Tig. I've been waiting for someone to say that for 2 sodding years.